Call meeting to order. Oh, please rise. Ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. Please join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Basso. Alderman Violet.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Present.
Alderman Key. Alderman Kramarski.
Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Mayor, City Clerk, Treasurer, and Attorney are present.
All right, thank you. No special presentations tonight. Under the consent calendar, we've got two items: the approval of minutes of the City Council meeting from January 15, 2019, along with the approval of payroll and voucher list for the period ending February 1st, 2019. Entertain a motion to approve said.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Komarski, second by Alderman Violet. Discussion. Roll call.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman Kramarski.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, no sealed bids to open. Just a couple of remarks, if I may, tonight. I'd just like to thank our great staff who made it through the great freeze and snowstorm last week. They were out there every day, whether it be the Public Works, the Police Department. We also had staff on staff here at the city. Everybody pitched in, got through it all, and we made it. Public Works is out there tonight putting salt on the ground. We're expecting, depending who you listen to, which news, an ice storm, so prepare for that either way. So just want to thank them again for their time and effort. They do a great job. The last Friday night, the city was a recipient of the Outstanding Civic Improvement from the City of Palos, for the City of Palos Heights, from the Palos Area Chamber of Commerce for our parking lot, which has become a gathering spot for the Harlem Avenue restaurateurs, but also for the farmers market, and to use it for different functions throughout the year. So I want to thank the Chamber for presenting that to us on the 25th of January. So thank you very much. Also, we were fortunate as of yesterday to receive a grant from the state of Illinois for the open lands. It's an OSLET grant, which stands for the Open Space Land Acquisition Development Grant. And we actually submitted a package after meeting with some Upland Design for the redoing of Palmer Park over there on 74th Avenue. We held some public meetings pretty on the site. They were very well attended. We've had meetings with the staff, the designing company, and residents from the area as far as what to do. So if I may, I'd just like to go over here, and for the benefit of the TV audience, and you guys hear what we're going to end up doing here is putting in some, redoing the parking lot, putting in some new signage. There'll be the playground itself will be reworked to add some new facilities there. We have a practice field for soccer in this area, and redo this baseball field down in the corner. And then also have a walking path that will go all the way around the park itself. So that we were awarding a grant of $400,000, which will also, we will have to match that $400,000, but we should be able to do that through our capital budget. But it's great that we have the ability to do that and to take advantage of grants as they come due. So we've used a number of these grants over the years for the pool. We've gotten 2 of them, and some other grants over the years also for park restoration. So I want to thank the state of Illinois. I don't know where they found the money, but just not going to ask any questions, and just leave it at that. And,
Mayor,
yes.
one other change in the design of that park. The tennis courts were in pretty bad shape, and the tennis courts have been redone, but actually only one of them is now available for tennis. The other tennis court has been converted into 2 pickleball
Courts, right? Yeah.
The pickleball is a pretty big activity at our rec center now, and the idea is that we'll have people who want to play it will have an outdoor opportunity in that one court.
Right.
Yeah, so can we get it put
So
Good. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I had a question.
I was just wondering, is that between the 400,000 that the state gave, and then we have to match?
Right.
Does all 800,000 have to go into that same? Part?
Right, yes.
It can't be diverse.
No, it's been,
goes
we
all
submitted a grant for this park itself.
Maybe before the plan gets finalized, Jack Clifford had a good idea. He's been talking about some different things for kids, and some adults. Possibly like a putting green, possibly some areas maybe for the kids to, have some type of entertainment. If we're going to spend that much money, maybe we could look and see. Some of the kids nowadays, they do those skateboarding parks and all sorts of things.
Okay, but we also have the property next door to the Feldner property, which could also be an area for that too. So going forward, we could. We've been asked by the state. I've had a communique from Representative Fran Hurley to give her a list of things we're looking to have do. I can submit that on that. So that would be great. Okay.
Keep the kids busy.
Right, keep them good. All right. Also, as many of you know, as all of you know, that my assistant Pat Shepard has decided to retire, and we had a search for her replacement. Pat recommended one person. I interviewed with this one person along with a couple other people, and we were fortunate to get to hire Margaret Carey, who has spent the last 8 years or so as the deputy clerk for the village or city of Countryside. So she started last Monday, and what I'd like to do is appoint her as the deputy clerk to make it easier because Tom's not here all the time to sign some of the documents. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve moved by Alderman Fulkerson, seconded by Alderman Violet. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So she's hardworking in her office there right next to mine right now. Not right now, but right, has started already. City clerk, anything? City treasurer?
Thank you, no report.
City attorney?
No report.
Any communications anyone have tonight? Citizens wishing to address the council? All right, finance? Alderman Fulkerson?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report.
All right, Alderman McGovern?
I have two things, Mr. Mayor. First is for everybody tonight to be most careful on these icy streets. As we're talking about earlier, we have a possibility of having about 1/2 of an inch of ice on the street. And so I just like everybody to be very cautious as they're driving around, especially some of these hills and everything else. And the second part I have, thanks to Alderman Fulkerson, is the IRS has now, or the scams for the IRS has now come to letters. We are always worried before that all these scams were coming through emails or telephone calls or all this and everything else. And they always said, don't worry about it, because if you ever get notified by the IRS, it's going to be by mail and mail only. Well, guess what? The new scam is by mail. Okay? So the only thing I would suggest is if you get a letter from the IRS, call 911, and let the police department come out and turn around and check to see if it's a bona fide letter from the IRS. The only other thing is, I just got done talking with Jim. You got to know the proper phone number. Don't take the phone number off of the letter, because that's the phone number they want you to call, because that's the phone number that's going to turn around and get you, and they're going to get all your information, and they're going to scam you forever and ever. Please just dial 911.
I think that the copy of the letter that I emailed to you
Yeah.
showed an address for the IRS that was not from Cincinnati. And Jim can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you get any inquiries here concerning your tax returns, they do come out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
There's a few different locations. I mean, depending on what they're looking at, the best thing to do would be just either call your preparer or find a number for IRS independent of that.
Independent, yeah, from 911 or from 411 or something like that.
The other thing you might want to do is instead of 911, because it's really not an immediate emergency, maybe just call that general 448 number. Can't remember the last four, but
5060.
506.
5060 versus 911. But I will say too, and they definitely have ramped it up on the cell phones. I'm getting the IRS calls all the time, And it's interesting how how clever they're getting with they'll use like a 708-361 number, so when you look at the call, you think it's maybe a resident or somebody that you know in the neighborhood, and then it's somebody that's calling you, that's saying, if you don't do this, we're gonna come and get you.
Well, and this is getting to be around tax season, so everybody, now, this is when all these scams are really gonna start coming out all over. And just be aware, do not call the number that is listed in the letter. Make some kind of an independent phone call before you turn around and verify.
Good idea. Okay,
And
great,
that's all I
thanks,
have,
Greg.
Mayor.
Get rid of
All
your
right.
internet and disconnect your phone.
Okay, municipal grounds and property, Alderman Basso's not here.
Take-
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderman Komarski?
thank you, Mr. Mayor. Move to authorize the city attorney to draft an ordinance for the sale at auction of a 1997 GMC combination sweeper Vector vehicle.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Komarski, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'm not sure there's a lot of demand for a used 97 sweeper.
Some communities really.
I'm sure there is. That's why it's at auction.
Yes, move to adopt an ordinance amending 0-18-18, an ordinance authorizing the disposal of certain obsolete and unsafe equipment owned by the city of Palos Heights by correcting the language in section 2.
Moved by Alderman Komarski,
Second.
second by Alderman Clifford. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes, and that's the end of my
All right,
report.
thank you.
Mayor.
Planning and zoning, Alderman Clifford?
There's no report this time, Mr.
All right,
Mayor.
Alderman Key is not with us today. He is recuperating after some surgery. Hope best to him. Roads and construction, Alderman Komarski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Move to pass a resolution holding IDOT harmless for work in the state right-of-ways during the years 2019 and 2020.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Komarski, second by Alderman Clifford. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right.
That's the end of my
All right.
report, Mayor.
Thank you. Alderman McGrogan, license
Alderman,
permits?
no report this evening.
All right, water and sewer, Alderman Violet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to authorize release of the retainer balance to Metropolitan Industries in the amount of $10,084 for the SCADA system upgrade project.
Moved by Alderman Violet and seconded by Alderman Fulkerson. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes,
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Anything else, Alderman Violet? That's it? Special committees, Alderman Key is not here. I don't think anyone have anything substitute for him. Ad hoc cable, Alderman
Thank you,
Fulkerson?
Mr. Mayor. There's no report.
All right. Any old business? Citizens wishing to ask questions? Need a motion to go into closed session regarding
So
real
moved.
estate?
Second.
Moved by Alderman Fulkerson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman McGovern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Be back.